This is the moment everything changes for you. Right now, in this very second, you stand at the edge of what has been and the threshold of what will be. Your mind has held patterns, repeated thoughts, and habits that no longer serve you. That ends today. You will no longer be a passenger in your own life. You take the wheel. You take control. Imagine the freedom of a mind that obeys you. Clear, disciplined, unshakable. Feel the energy building inside you, a force you've only glimpsed before. Tension rises because you know the old ways will resist. That resistance is real. That hesitation is gone. Stand up, focus, decide. You are capable of mastering your thoughts, shaping your life, commanding your destiny. Every choice you make now becomes the foundation of your new self. Listen closely. The journey begins, and there is no turning back. Chapter 1. The power of your mind. Your mind is the soil in which every part of your life grows. Every decision, every action, every outcome begins here. What you think shapes what you feel. What you feel shapes what you do. What you feel shapes what you do. What you do shapes who you become. This is not theory. This is reality. And it is entirely under your command. Your thoughts are not accidents. They are signals, patterns, and choices waiting for you to recognize them. You have been living on autopilot. That stops now. Notice the gaps. Between the life you live and the life you imagine lies only one bridge: your mind. Right now, you may feel constrained by habits, by doubts, by repeated cycles of thought that serve no one but your past self. They whisper that change is slow, that you are limited, that you cannot rise higher. Organ, ignore those whispers. Focus, observe, decide. Imagine a person, much like yourself, trapped in routine. Day after day, they let life flow around them. Each morning begins with the same automatic reactions, checking messages, running through fears, rehearsing anxieties. Their potential waits, quiet and unplanned. Then, one day, they pause. They notice. They step back from the wheel of autopilot. They watch their own thoughts, not as master, not as victim, but as observer. That observer is where freedom begins. That observer is you, waiting to awaken. Every thought you entertain has power. Every choice you allow your mind to make, unchecked, sets the trajectory of your life. Your thoughts are yours to command. Repeat that. Your thoughts are yours to command. No one else, no external circumstance can hold this power. Only you can give it away. Only you can reclaim it. Think of your mind as a tool, a finely crafted instrument that can build, destroy, and recreate. Right now, it may feel blunt, it may feel unruly. That is because it has never been trained to obey your conscious will. Imagine the potential of a mind perfectly tuned, a mind that serves you, that predicts, plans, and executes without hesitation. That sees obstacles not as barriers, but as data, as fuel, as stepping stones. This is not fantasy. This is practice. This is skill. You will confront old thought patterns. You will meet them face to face. Thoughts that tell you you are not enough. Thoughts that replay old failures, regrets, fears. They are familiar because they have been reinforced daily, weekly, yearly. But familiarity is not truth. It is repetition. It is habit. And habits can be changed. Focus. Observe, decide. You are not these thoughts. You are the commander of them. You are the architect of your internal world. Picture your mind as a workshop. Each idea is a tool. Each belief is a mechanism. Right now, some tools are rusted, some mechanisms jam. But every tool can be cleaned. Every gear can turn smoothly. You hold the manual. You hold the keys. With deliberate action, your mental workshop becomes precise, powerful, unstoppable. Imagine this. Feel it. Breathe it. Every day, every choice, every thought becomes an exercise in mastery. You may feel tension rising as you confront your own untrained mind. That is natural. Resistance is the shadow of your growth. It tells you that something important is happening. Your old self is fighting. Your habits are resisting. That is their job. But you are stronger. You are capable. You are ready. Step into this tension. Do not flee. Stand firm. Focus. Observe. Decide. Stories of transformation are not distant or mythical. They are the lives of people who recognize their own mental power, a teacher who rewrote the narrative of failure into mastery, an entrepreneur who turned fear into calculated risk, a parent who replaced reactive anger with deliberate presence. In every case, the first step was simple: awareness, watching their thoughts, seeing what had been automatic, understanding that control was not a gift, but a skill. They practiced, they failed, they rose again, and eventually their lives reflected the mastery of their minds. You can do this too. Now consider the gap again. Between your current self and your potential self, there may seem a chasm, but it is an illusion. The chasm exists only because your old patterns are unchallenged. As you command your thoughts, the bridge builds beneath your feet. Each intentional thought, each deliberate focus, each disciplined choice lays a plank of power. Imagine stepping across it, confident with every step. Imagine the life on the other side, clear, directed, unstoppable. This is not a dream. This is the next version of you, waiting. Your thoughts will attempt to resist. Old fears will try to return. Old habits will whisper comfort in repetition. That is the nature of the mind. Do not fear it. Use it. Harness it. Observe the cycles. Catch the patterns. Stop the autopilot. Your thoughts are yours to command. Say it with me. My thoughts are mine. I am in control. I shape my life. Let it echo. Let it sink. Let it become truth. Begin now. Begin by noticing the first thought that arises after this moment. Do not judge it. Do not follow it blindly. Observe it. Decide its value. Let it stay if it serves you. Remove it if it does not. Build this habit like a muscle. Each repetition strengthens the command you have over your internal world. Each observation increases clarity. Each decision asserts authority. You are not powerless. You are powerful. You are not reactive. You are intentional. You are not a bystander. You are a leader of yourself first, of your life next. Feel the relief that comes from this awareness. The tension of being uncontrolled fades. A sense of calm rises because you know a principle that others ignore. Mastery begins in the mind. Your reality follows. Your choices, your relationships, your achievements, all are shaped first by what you allow your thoughts to create. Stand in this calm, embrace it, and let it propel you forward. Now, let empowerment take hold. Imagine your mind as a tool, perfectly tuned to create your life. Every thought, every focus, every decision is now aligned with who you are becoming. You are deliberate, you are skilled, you are unstoppable. The old autopilot no longer commands your direction. You rise with intention. You rise with intention. You rise with purpose. You rise because you choose. The journey has begun. This is just the first step, yet it is the most important. Your mind, once chaotic, begins to bend to your will. Your thoughts, once fleeting, begin to serve you. Your potential, once distant, begins to feel tangible. And as you move forward into the next chapter of this journey, one truth remains clear. The power has always been yours. You only needed to claim it. Chapter 2. Awareness is everything. Stop. Just stop for a moment. Feel your mind. Listen to the endless chatter, the rush of thoughts that pull you in every direction. Some are subtle, almost unnoticed. Others slam into you with force. Every thought carries energy, a signal, a pattern. Yet most pass without your recognition. That ends today. Awareness is your first weapon. Awareness is your first choice. Awareness is your first choice. Awareness is your first victory. Imagine your mind as a river. Calm in places, turbulent in others. Currents swirl beneath the surface, unseen yet powerful. You have floated along these waters for too long, carried by unconscious impulses reacting to every ripple. But what if you could observe the river without being swept away? What if you could see each current, each wave, and choose where to place your strength? Stop, see it, choose again. Automatic thoughts arrive like uninvited guests. You aren't ready, you can't handle this, you always fail. These are old patterns, repeated endlessly, trained over years. They feel familiar, they feel safe. Familiarity is not truth. Familiarity is habit. Familiarity is habit, is not destiny. You are not a passenger in your own mind. You are the observer. You are the guide. You are the one who decides whether these guests stay or leave. Begin with observation. Start with the simplest practice, mental journaling. Write without judgment. Watch your thoughts flow onto the page as if you are reading a map of your inner world. Some lines may feel chaotic, fragmented. Some may repeat endlessly. That is exactly what you need to see. No editing, no censoring, no analysis. Just notice. Awareness grows in the quiet act of observation. Awareness grows when you stop reacting and start seeing. Feel the tension as you confront yourself. That is natural. Recognition of your own mind is not always comfortable. You may see patterns you do not like. You may encounter fear, doubt, frustration. This tension is a sign that something powerful is happening. Lean into it. Do not shy away. Do not judge. Observe. Each thought, each emotion is information, a signal. Your mind is revealing itself. The clarity comes from paying attention. Now, pause. Poor reaction. The reactive self has lived on impulse for too long. Impulses are old habits masquerading as necessity. When you pause, you break the chain. When you pause, you reclaim power. Observe the thought. Name it. Let it exist without following it blindly. Then choose your response. Stop. See it. Choose again. Every pause, every deliberate choice strengthens the intentional self. Every pause trains your mind to respond, not react. Emotional triggers arise: anger, frustration, impatience, fear. They rush like currents in the river. Without awareness, you are swept away. You may lash out. You may shrink back. You may replay the same mistakes. But when you watch the current, you notice its shape. You notice its speed. You notice its origin. And you stay calm. You do not drown. You float. You observe. You respond intentionally. You float. You observe. You respond intentionally. You choose the path that serves you. Consider this. The reactive self is loud, urgent, insistent. It demands attention. It shouts, "Do it now. Say it. Prove it. Defend yourself." The intentional self is quieter, deliberate, firm. It says, "I see you, I acknowledge you, but I will choose differently." The gap between these selves is where transformation happens. Awareness is the bridge. Awareness is the training ground. Awareness is the spark that lights mastery. Let's practice deeper observation. Close your eyes. Feel the first thought that rises. Notice it without judgment. Ask yourself, is this thought true? Does it serve me? Is it the old self speaking, or is it aligned with who I am becoming? Watch it, note it, and then release it if it does not serve you. Repeat, repeat, daily, repeat, relentlessly. Awareness becomes second nature. Awareness becomes power. Awareness becomes freedom. Stories of transformation are not distant. A student who paused before reacting turned frustration into focus and success. An athlete who observed fear in the moment reshaped it into preparation and strength. A leader who caught every emotional surge, every reactive impulse, learned to respond with precision, guidance, and clarity. In each case, the first step was awareness. Watching the river, seeing the currents, choosing the course. You can do this too. The tension will come again. Old habits, old triggers, old automatic patterns. They will resist your observation. They will try to reclaim control. This is natural. Do not be alarmed. Let the resistance be your signal. Let it remind you that you are doing the work that matters. Observe the resistance as part of the river. Do not fight it. Do not react. Notice it. Choose your response. Stop. See it. Choose again. Imagine now your mind fully observed, currents mapped, triggers noted, impulses paused. The relief is immediate. You feel grounded. You feel clarity. You feel power. This is what mastery begins with. Awareness does not replace action. Awareness enhances it. Awareness does not delay life. Awareness sharpens it. With awareness, every decision, every focus, every choice becomes intentional. You move with direction, not by accident. You create, not react. Your mental journaling expands. You notice patterns in your behavior. You notice cycles of emotion. You notice thoughts that repeat without purpose. Each observation is a discovery. Each discovery is a step toward mastery. Each step strengthens the intentional self. The reactive self begins to lose its power, not because you fight it, but because you no longer feed it. You see it, you name it, you choose differently. Stop, see it, choose again. Affirm your growing awareness. Say it internally. I am aware. I rise. I decide who I become. Feel the weight of these words. Let them resonate. Your mind is no longer an uncharted river. You have mapped it. You have observed it. You have chosen how to navigate it. The currents are no longer overwhelming. They are signals. They are guides. They are tools for creation. Every day, this practice compounds. Observation without judgment. Pausing before reaction, journaling without censoring, naming your thoughts, recognizing emotional triggers. Each step reinforces your power. You are no longer a passenger. You are the captain. You are the guide. You are the intentional self, leading with clarity, precision, and purpose. Now, envision a difficult situation arising. The old reactive self would erupt. You would react emotionally, impulsively, unconsciously. But now you pause, you watch, you map the currents, you see the trigger, you choose differently. Calm, deliberate, intentional. The situation unfolds, but you remain grounded. The tension dissolves. Relief emerges. Clarity replaces chaos. Power replaces confusion. This is awareness in action. The river flows, but you flow with it. You do not drown, you do not crash. You navigate, you steer, you lead. Your mind, once chaotic, now bends to your will. Automatic patterns no longer control you. Triggers no longer dominate your decisions. Every thought, every emotion, every impulse is observed, mapped and channeled. You are aware, you are present, you are intentional. Look ahead. Imagine the future self that rises from this practice, confident, calm, in control, every challenge met with clarity, every reaction measured, deliberate, every decision aligned with purpose. This self is not distant, it is born in your awareness today. It grows with every observation, every pause, every deliberate choice. You are building it now. You are becoming it now. Feel the suspense of your own potential. You have begun to navigate the currents. You have begun to map the river of your mind. You have begun to confront the reactive self and strengthen the intentional self. But the journey is ongoing. Every thought, every choice, every day is another opportunity to practice, to strengthen, to master. Awareness is not a one-time achievement. It is a lifetime of practice. It is the path of leaders, right? It is the path of greatness. And as you stand on this new ground of awareness, one truth is undeniable. Your mind is no longer a river that carries you unconsciously. It is a river you navigate. You are the observer. You are the guide. You are the one who decides. You are aware. You rise. You decide who you become. The journey continues and the next step awaits. Chapter 3. Rewriting your inner script. Stop the story. Start a new one. You have been repeating the same narratives for years. I can't. I am not ready. I always fail. These are not truths. They are recordings of the past, echoes of fear, rehearsals of limitation. You have been playing a role written by someone else, or worse, by your old untrained self. That stops today. You are the author. You are the editor. You are the one who writes the lines that define your life. Imagine a person trapped in a story of fear. Every morning begins with hesitation. Every decision weighed down by doubt. They speak to themselves in the quiet, convincing themselves that limitation is reality. But one day, something shifts. They notice the patterns. They see the dialogue that holds them back, and they refuse it. They pause. They breathe. They say, I will not be bound by this script. I will write a new one. This is the power of reframing. You do not ignore your thoughts. You do not suppress them. You observe them, understand their origin, and then choose a new line, a new response, a new narrative. I can't becomes I choose to. I am not ready becomes I will prepare and I will act. Every negative thought is an invitation. Every fear is a teacher. Every limitation is a doorway. Stop. Rewrite. Step into the author's chair and command the story of your life. Visualization is the brush with which you paint this new script. See it vividly. Feel it tangibly. Imagine the actions, the outcomes, the person you are becoming. Your mind does not distinguish imagination from reality when practiced with focus. When you visualize, you train your mind to recognize possibility, to respond with confidence, to anticipate success. The script you rehearse mentally becomes the actions you take physically. Every thought you choose builds the reality you inhabit tomorrow. Let's walk through the process. First, notice the recurring negative thought. Perhaps it whispers, "You will fail." Pause, breathe, name it, observe it without judgment. Then, consciously replace it. "I will succeed. I am capable. I rise now." Feel the energy of the new words. Let them pulse through your mind. Let them overwrite the old lines. Repeat, repeat, repeat. Repetition is the tool of mastery. Repetition is the sculptor of reality. Repetition is how the new story becomes inevitable. The tension is how the new story becomes inevitable. The tension is real. Your mind may resist. The old script is familiar, comfortable in its predictability. Fear may flare. Doubt may return. This is natural. Change is never without friction. But friction is the spark of transformation. Stand in it. Observe it. Command it. Each moment you choose the new story, you grow stronger. Each time you redirect your thoughts, you reinforce your authority over your inner world. Consider the person who shifts from fear to confidence. At first, their attempts feel awkward. Words sound empty. Visualization feels like make-believe. But with consistency, the power grows. Thoughts once fleeting and fearful solidify into conviction. The story of "I can't" dissolves. The new story of "I will" dominates. They wake with purpose. They act with clarity. They move with certainty. And slowly the world bends to the rhythm of their new internal narrative. You can do this too. Rewriting your inner script is not merely positive thinking. It is precise, deliberate, and disciplined. It is understanding that your mind is a machine, capable of producing results only when programmed intentionally. Every thought is a line of code. Every belief is an algorithm. Left unchecked, it produces outcomes you did not choose. But when rewired consciously, it produces results you desire, results you deserve, results you will claim. Stop the story. Start a new one. Command your internal narrative with authority. You may ask, how do I know the new script is true? Truth is not the immediate reality. Truth is the possibility you cultivate in your mind. Truth is the vision you rehearse until action follows effortlessly. Your mind may resist initially. Old thoughts will creep in. But each time you override them, you reinforce the neural pathways of the new reality. You are literally rewriting the architecture of your consciousness. You are no longer a passenger. You are the author. You are the editor. You are the creator. Let's bring visualization deeper. Picture yourself in a situation that once induced fear. See it clearly. The room, the people, the task, the challenge. Now see yourself responding differently, calmly, confidently. Strategically, every gesture, every word, every decision is controlled, deliberate, and aligned with your new script. Feel the surge of capability. Notice the sense of empowerment. This is mental rehearsal. This is internal scripting. This is the rehearsal of victory. The moment you internalize this, external circumstances become manageable. The fear loses its grip. The uncertainty diminishes. The river of your mind flows in your chosen direction. The contrast between the old reactive self and the new intentional self is striking. The reactive self jumps, flails, reacts impulsively. The intentional self pauses, observes, and acts decisively. Rewriting your inner script bridges this gap. Every thought you choose builds not only your internal state, but the external life that reflects it. Every visualization, every reframed sentence, every deliberate belief, every corrected thought shapes the foundation of your destiny. Stop, rewrite, rise. Repetition is key. Daily practice cements the new story. Each morning, take 5 minutes, close your eyes, run through the narrative you are creating, see the day unfolding, feel yourself succeeding, hear the words of encouragement you now speak to yourself. Rehearse the victories, small and large. Anticipate challenges and see yourself navigating them with poise. With each repetition, the new script becomes automatic. With each rehearsal, the old script loses its grip. With each intentional thought, you grow closer to the person you are meant to become. Consider this story, a professional who once doubted their ability to lead a team. Every presentation was accompanied by fear, every decision questioned internally. They began mental scripting, replacing every "I can't" with "I choose to" and "I will." Every evening they visualized successful interactions, confident outcomes, and the precise steps to get there. Slowly, the internal narrative transformed. Fear became strategy, hesitation became decisiveness. He rose. The team followed. Their life shifted because they had rewritten the lines that had once dictated it. Now, feel the power of your own potential script. What narratives are still running in the background? Which thoughts sabotage your progress, limit your reach, and shrink your impact? Identify them, observe them, then consciously replace them. I am capable, I choose to act, I rise now, I will succeed. Make these sentences the recurring soundtrack of your mind. Let them echo until they drown out the old stories completely. Stop, rewrite, start anew. The tension will continue to appear. Doubts, fears, and old beliefs will surface. That is inevitable. Resistance is a sign that the new script is taking hold. It has to clash with the old one before dominance is established. Stand firm, observe the conflict, command the outcome. Every time you choose the new script over the old, you reinforce your control. Every time you visualize the new outcome, you strengthen the architecture of success. Every intentional thought is a plank in the bridge to your future self. You are not rewriting for temporary relief. You are not creating a fleeting illusion. You are architecting a mind that serves you every moment. The new script will influence your decisions, your confidence, your courage, your actions. Your external reality will follow the internal rehearsal. Every choice you make aligns with your intentional self. Every thought you command becomes a step toward mastery, leadership, and greatness. Stop the story. Start a new one. Repeat, repeat, but picture the life you are constructing. The clarity you now feel becomes your compass. The energy surging within becomes your momentum. Fear once dictated your actions, now purpose drives them. Confusion once clouded your decisions, now precision guides them. Every thought, every visualization, every reframed belief strengthens the foundation of your transformation. Your mind is no longer passive. It is active. It is deliberate. It is yours. Affirm this aloud, even if only in your mind. I am the author of my thoughts. I am the editor of my beliefs. I am the creator of my life. I am the creator of my life. I am capable. I choose to act. I rise. I will succeed. Feel these words embed themselves into your consciousness. Allow them to echo, resonate, and influence your next decision, your next thought, your next action. The narrative has changed. You are changed. You are becoming. The story of who you were, the reactive, doubtful, hesitant self, is not destroyed but transformed. Its lessons remain, but its control ends. You step into the intentional self, the confident self, the empowered self. You pause before reacting. You see the currents of your mind. You rewrite them. You visualize success. You act with authority. You are no longer constrained by the old script. You are unstoppable in your new narrative. Every day forward, repeat this practice. Observe, rewrite, visualize, choose. Each repetition strengthens the intentional self. Each repetition weakens the reactive self. Each day your internal world aligns more closely with the life you are destined to lead. Every thought is a plank. Every decision is a step. Every visualization is a rehearsal for the life you will create. You are the author. You are the author. You are the editor. You are the creator. You are unstoppable. Imagine tomorrow. Imagine the week ahead. Imagine the life you are building with these new scripts. Each moment is an opportunity to pause, observe, rewrite, command. The momentum compounds. The river of your mind flows exactly where you direct it. Every thought, every sentence, every image you rehearse shapes the reality you inhabit. Stop, rewrite, rise. Your future is yours to construct, and it begins now. Chapter 4. Mastering Emotional Triggers. Emotional triggers. Emotions rise like waves, sudden and commanding. Joy, fear, anger, doubt, they surge through you, often before you even recognize them. These currents are neither good nor bad. They are signals. They tell you where you are invested, where you care, where your mind is engaged. Yet, without awareness and skill, these waves can sweep you away. You react before you think. You lash out, withdraw, or freeze. That automatic cycle ends now. You are learning to master it. You are learning that emotional resilience is not a trait, it is a skill. Notice the first stir of tension in your body. Your heart quickens, your mind races. Something has triggered a response. The old self would act impulsively, feeding the emotion, amplifying its grip. The intentional self pauses. Breath enters. Awareness sharpens. You notice the sensation, name it, and place it on the mental table of observation. This is anger. This is fear. This is frustration. Naming is power. Observation is authority. Pause before reaction. Imagine emotions as fire. A spark can ignite a blaze, or it can warm, light, and illuminate. Your mind, untrained, often treats sparks as infernos. You erupt, regret follows, and the fire consumes your clarity. But a trained mind sees the spark, regulates it, directs it, delay, reflect, respond. Do not react. Stop, breathe. Explained. Do not react. Stop, breathe. Name. Choose. Each pause strengthens your mastery over your internal state. Consider a situation you faced recently, an email that provoked anger, a conversation that triggered anxiety, a challenge that sparked doubt. How did you respond? Did you erupt, shrink, or freeze? Or did you notice the feeling, breathe, and choose a deliberate action? Emotional mastery begins in that pause. It begins in the space between stimulus and response, where power resides. That space is yours to claim. That space is where resilience is built. Your mind often attaches stories to emotional sparks. They disrespected me. I will fail. I cannot handle this. These stories escalate emotion, create tension, and drive impulsive action. But stories are not reality. They are interpretations. You have the authority to rewrite them. I choose clarity. I will act with awareness. I am in control. Every reinterpretation tempers intensity. Every pause allows reason to regain command. Stop the story. Observe the emotion. Respond intentionally. Now picture a river again. Emotional triggers are currents beneath the surface. Some strong, some weak. You float along, sometimes submerged. Without skill, you are at their mercy. With mastery, you watch the currents, anticipate their direction, and steer your actions accordingly. You do not resist the river. You navigate it. You harness its power without being swept away. You are the captain. You are the guide. You are in command. A story of transformation illustrates this. A professional repeatedly faced a colleague whose words triggered frustration. Initially, every encounter left them tense and reactive. They began practicing the pause. Observe, breathe, reflect, respond. They journaled the triggers, identified patterns, and rehearsed calm responses. Gradually, their reactions shifted. Anger became acknowledgement. Frustration became strategy. They discovered a skill they had never practiced before. Emotional resilience. You can do the same. Pause again. Feel the tension that arises naturally in your body when you anticipate a trigger. Notice your heartbeat. Notice your breath. Notice your breath. Notice the subtle tightening of muscles. This is the mind and body reacting together. Awareness allows you to intercept the automatic reaction before it dictates your behavior. With practice, you condition your system. You teach it that emotional surges do not equal uncontrolled action. You teach it that calm, deliberate response is possible, even inevitable. Reflection is your next tool. After each trigger, review the moment. What did you feel? What story did you attach? How did your body react? How did you respond? Reflection is not criticism. It is data. It is insight. It is fuel for your growth. Every reflection strengthens your understanding of yourself, your patterns, and your capacity to navigate your emotions with precision. Consider the power of intentional response. You can design to act with courage instead of fear, clarity instead of confusion, strategy instead of reaction. You can shape the narrative of every interaction, every decision, every relationship. The skill of emotional resilience transforms not only your internal state, but the outcomes you create in the external world. Stop, observe, reflect, respond, repeat, responsion, repeat. Visualization enhances mastery. Picture a challenging encounter. Feel the surge of emotion, the instinct to react. Now visualize yourself pausing, breathe. Notice the physical sensations, name the emotion, choose a deliberate response aligned with your highest self. See the outcome unfold with control, clarity, and purpose. Repeat this exercise daily. Each mental rehearsal reinforces neural pathways of mastery. You are training your mind and body simultaneously. You are cultivating resilience at a cellular level. The contrast between reactive and intentional responses becomes clear over time. The reactive self explodes, freezes, or flees. The intentional self observes, breathes, and acts. You are building a library of successful responses. You are creating templates of controlled, deliberate, and effective behavior. Your mind becomes a guide, your emotions become allies, and your life begins to reflect the skill you cultivate. Affirm your growing mastery. I am aware, I rise, I decide who I become. Feel it resonate in every cell, every thought, every heartbeat. Let this mantra anchor you. Let it remind you that no external circumstance can dictate your inner state. You are the commander of your mind and emotions. You are the architect of your reactions. You are the leader of your internal world. Every challenge presents an opportunity. Every trigger is a lesson. Every surge of emotion is a chance to practice skillful mastery. Resistance is not an obstacle, it is your training ground. You cannot avoid triggers, you can only master them. Each moment you respond intentionally, you assert your authority over your mind, body, and life. You are no longer a passenger, you are the pilot, you are the observer, you are the guide. Feel the calm rising as mastery takes root. Tension does not vanish, it transforms. Emotional surges become manageable currents. You navigate with awareness, you anticipate triggers, you respond with clarity, you act with purpose. Relief emerges not from avoidance, but from capability. Power rises in the space between stimulus and response. You are learning that emotional resilience is a skill, and every practiced response strengthens it. Now, envision the future self who has mastered emotional triggers, calm in chaos, clear in confusion, strategic in conflict. That self does not overreact, does not collapse under pressure, does not let emotions dictate action. That self commands presence, influence, and authority effortlessly. You are building that self in every moment you pause, observe, reflect, and respond intentionally. Remember, mastery is not instant. Patterns are ingrained. Emotions are automatic. Practice must be consistent. Daily exercises, mental observation, journaling, rehearsal, reflection create lasting change. Each practice compounds. Each repetition strengthens the intentional self. Each day you pause instead of react, your resilience grows. Each day you choose response over reaction, your power expands. Imagine again the river of your mind, now with mastery in place. Currents still exist, but you float above them with authority. You navigate calmly through turbulence. You harness emotional energy to propel action rather than destroy clarity. Every wave becomes data. Every surge becomes a signal. Every trigger becomes a tool. You are aware. You are intentional. You are resilient. Finally, prepare yourself for the ongoing journey. Emotional mastery is not a destination. It is a path. Each day brings new triggers, new challenges, new opportunities to practice. The gap between the reactive self and the intentional self narrows with each moment of awareness. You are building a life shaped not by impulses, but by deliberate choice. You are learning that emotions are allies, not enemies, and that resilience is earned through practice. Stand firm, breathe deeply, feel the growing strength within. Tension will appear, triggers will rise, automatic responses will try to reclaim control. And every time you pause, observe, reflect, respond, the intentional self grows stronger, the reactive self diminishes, power increases, calm prevails. You are mastering emotional triggers. You are mastering your life. You are mastering your life. You are mastering your life. The river flows, currents present, but you float deliberately. Every surge is anticipated. Every response is measured. Every decision is intentional. You are aware. You rise. You decide who you become. And as you move forward, the knowledge is undeniable. Emotional resilience is not a gift, it is a skill. The skill you are building now, moment by moment, choice by choice, trigger by trigger. Your mastery continues, and the next challenge awaits. Chapter 5. Discipline your mind. Commit. Repeat. Strengthen. Discipline is not punishment. Discipline is power. Discipline is freedom. The mind that is trained becomes a mind that commands. A mind that drifts, procrastinates, or yields to every impulse becomes a mind that obeys circumstance. Your life will reflect the habits you choose, not the excuses you make. Your excuses are gone. Discipline is your ally. Begin with the small actions that accumulate into mastery. Wake early. Focus on the first thought, the first action, the first choice of the day. Do not let distraction dictate your start. Stand firm. Breathe. Commit. Each deliberate choice is a stone in the foundation of mental strength. One action repeated becomes a habit. One habit repeated becomes a habit. One habit repeated becomes a fortress. Strengthen your mind by strengthening your days. Imagine a person struggling to rise above distraction. Each day begins with intent but falls into chaos. Notifications, cravings, doubts, and fatigue pull them off course. They realize the power of small, consistent actions. They begin with the first task completed before distraction arises. The next day, another. Slowly, momentum builds. Habit replaces hesitation. Discipline replaces indecision. The mind learns to obey the conscious will. Repetition is key. The mental muscle grows with each use. Choose a thought, focus on it, complete the task it demands, then choose another. Repeat. Every repetition strengthens neural pathways. Every repeated choice builds resilience. Every consistent act rewires the mind for success. The disciplined mind does not demand constant motivation. It relies on structure, repetition, and alignment with intention. Delayed gratification is your ally. The immediate desire for comfort, ease, or distraction must not dominate your actions. You choose the higher reward, the long-term gain, the outcome that serves your highest self. Each time you delay reaction, each time you resist impulse, your mental strength grows. You experience tension but also triumph. The struggle is the signal that discipline is forming. Stand firm. Commit. Repeat. Strengthen. Commit. Repeat. Strengthen. Consider the character who builds unshakable habits. At first, small wins feel insignificant. A 5-minute meditation, a single focused task, one disciplined choice. The mind resists, urges distraction. But day after day, these small actions compound. Weeks later, the meditation becomes 30 minutes. The focus becomes sharper. The tasks become easier to manage. Strength becomes habit. Discipline becomes identity. You are forming that same unshakable self. Focus is a skill honed through discipline. Each day presents a choice: to be distracted or to concentrate, to drift or to act with purpose. Commit to practice. Commit to the uncomfortable. Commit to the work that shapes your mind. You may feel fatigue, doubt, resistance. That is natural. Resistance is a sign that growth is occurring. Embrace it. Use it, transform it into momentum. Each moment of persistence strengthens your mental core. Your environment tests you constantly. Notifications, interruptions, obligations, and distractions abound. The mind trained in discipline resists these intrusions. You structure your day to protect focus. You schedule tasks deliberately. You honor commitments to yourself. Every completed task reinforces confidence. Every consistent action strengthens resolve. You become unstoppable not through rare bursts of energy, but through repeated, deliberate practice. Observe your internal dialogue. Excuses will arise. Later, tomorrow, I am too tired. This is too hard. Recognize these thoughts for what they are: signals of resistance. Stop, name them, decide. Push through. Each resistance faced and overcome is a step toward mastery. Discipline is not comfortable. Discipline is not comfortable. Discipline is victorious. Your excuses are gone. Your mind is no longer a field for indulgence. It is a training ground. It is your weapon. Visualization strengthens your practice. See yourself performing daily mental discipline. Watch yourself resisting temptation, focusing fully, completing tasks that matter. Imagine the satisfaction, the momentum, the clarity. Feel the sense of accomplishment that arises from repeated action. Each visualization imprints success into your neural pathways, reinforcing the habits you are building. Mental rehearsal prepares the mind to act consistently in reality. Storytelling reveals the transformation. A person once scattered and reactive commits to 5 daily disciplines: morning focus, reflection journaling, strategic task completion, deliberate learning, and evening review. At first, inconsistency dominates. Doubt creeps in. They falter. They persist. Day by day, repetition solidifies behavior. Momentum builds. Months later, they respond calmly under pressure, achieve goals with precision, and lead with clarity. They rise not by chance, but by deliberate, disciplined practice. You are that person. Commit to daily rituals that enforce mental discipline. Morning intention setting, focused work blocks, mindful breaks, evening reflection. These create a cycle of repeated excellence. Every task performed with intent strengthens attention, endurance, and clarity. Habits are the invisible architecture of the mind. Build strong habits, and your mind will serve you. Build weak habits, and you will serve distraction. Strengthen your mental scaffolding with small, deliberate actions. Delayed gratification remains central. The mind seeks comfort. The body craves ease. Yet every moment of resistance is an investment. Every act of patience compounds into mental power. You learn to experience tension without panic, discomfort without withdrawal, delay without despair. These small victories accumulate, transforming the reactive self into the intentional self. Every choice to delay strengthens discipline, focus, and control. Reflect on past successes. Every time you resisted distraction, completed a task, delayed impulse, or acted deliberately, you strengthen the mental foundation. You have done this before, even if unconsciously. Awareness of past victories empowers current effort. Build on them deliberately. Momentum is a cumulative force. Small, consistent actions create unstoppable energy. Strengthen your mind daily, deliberately, and without compromise. Notice the tension that comes with discipline. Fatigue, doubt, and resistance are unavoidable. They are signals of growth, the stretching of limits, the forging of mental endurance. Lean into them. Stand firm. Commit. Repeat. Strengthen. Each repetition is a brick in the fortress of your mind. Each consistent choice fortifies your resolve. Each delayed gratification sharpens your clarity. This is the architecture of greatness. Stories of transformation underscore reality. A student resisting procrastination. An entrepreneur resisting distractions. A leader practicing daily focus each demonstrates the principle: discipline is not punishment, it is freedom. Discipline is choice. Discipline is strength. Discipline is the bridge between potential and performance. You are walking that bridge now. You are constructing it plank by plank, thought by thought, action by action. Focus on the internal dialogue. Excuses arise. They will attempt to pull you back into complacency. You are tired. You cannot today. You need rest. Recognize them. Observe them. Decide differently. The intentional self acts despite discomfort. The disciplined mind grows stronger each time it chooses action over inertia. Momentum compounds. Clarity increases. Resolve strengthens. You are building unshakable habits through conscious effort. Visualization continues to reinforce. See yourself waking early, completing tasks deliberately, pausing before reaction, reflecting on performance. Feel the sense of mastery building with each repeated action. Observe the confidence, focus, and resilience emerging. The mind aligns with intent. The body responds automatically. Habits become identity. Your actions begin to reflect the disciplined self you are constructing. Affirm your growing power. I rise, I focus, remole. I decide who I become. Let this mantra resonate with every choice you make today, every moment you resist distraction, every task completed with purpose. Let it anchor you in deliberate action. Let it remind you that discipline is your ally, your foundation, your path to mastery. Observe the compounding effect of repetition. One task completed consistently leads to another. One habit reinforced builds another. Focus strengthens attention. Endurance strengthens commitment. Discipline becomes instinct. The mind responds automatically to intent. You are no longer reactive. You are deliberate. You are unstoppable. Reflect on the future self shaped by consistent discipline. Calm in chaos, focused under pressure, strong in the face of resistance, clear in decision-making. Every habit performed builds the infrastructure of excellence. Every repeated action constructs the bridge to greatness. This self is tangible. It is attainable. It is being built today, moment by moment, choice by choice. Commit again. Repeat with purpose. Strengthen relentlessly. Discipline is not optional. Discipline is not momentary. Discipline is a lifetime practice. Each day offers opportunity to train, to grow, to master your mind. Each resistance met, each habit reinforced, each delay endured, builds the unstoppable self within you. You are rising. You are focusing. You are deciding who you become. Your mind is your domain. It responds to the actions you take consistently. It obeys the repeated command of disciplined practice. Build the habits that reflect your highest self. Refuse the distractions that weaken your focus. Repetition, consistency, and delayed gratification are the scaffolding of mental mastery. Stand firm. Commit. Repeat. Strengthen. The fortress of your mind grows stronger with every deliberate act. Feel the momentum. Your thoughts align with your intent. Your actions reflect your purpose. The habits you build compound into unshakable confidence, clarity, and focus. Excuses are gone. Resistance is fuel. Discipline is your ally. Strength is cultivated, repeated, and reinforced. The mind becomes precise, resilient, and unstoppable. You are building the self that achieves, leads, and rises above circumstance. Every morning offers the chance to rehearse discipline. Every task is a tool. Every repetition is a brick. Every delayed gratification compounds. With commitment, repetition, and focus, your mental strength becomes unbreakable. Stand, act, repeat, strengthen. Your mind is now trained, your habits are forming, your discipline is creating the foundation for success. The journey continues. The disciplined mind does not falter under distraction. It does not yield to impulse. It does not collapse under fatigue. You have trained it. You have built the habits. You have embraced resistance. You are the architect of mental mastery. Your mind, once scattered, is now deliberate. Your actions, once impulsive, are now intentional. Your life, once reactive, is now the reflection of consistent, disciplined practice. I rise, I focus, I decide who I become. These are not words. They are commands. They are declarations. They are truths embedded in action. Each day, each habit, each repetition strengthens them. Each choice compounds them. Each moment of resistance met strengthens them. You are becoming unstoppable. You are becoming unstoppable. You are becoming the master of your mind. Stand tall, breathe deeply, feel the tension of resistance and let it remind you that growth is happening. Feel the momentum of repeated deliberate action and let it propel you forward. Discipline is your ally. Discipline is your weapon. Discipline is your foundation. Commit, repeat, strengthen. The path is yours. Walk it, own it, rise, focus, decide who you become. Chapter 6. Breaking limiting beliefs. Challenge it. Destroy it. Replace it. Every limitation you have ever experienced begins with a thought, a belief you accepted without question, a rule you assumed was true. I am not capable. I am not enough. This is impossible. These thoughts are chains, invisible but heavy, binding you to a smaller version of yourself. You wear them like armor, yet they are not protection. They are prison. The time to break free is now. You are becoming the person who wins. Notice the beliefs that shape your actions, your choices, your identity. Some are loud. You cannot lead. Some are subtle. You don't deserve this. Both are equally powerful. Both restrict your potential. Both are optional. These chains were forged by past experiences, by the opinions of others, by fear disguised as reality. But chains can be broken. All it takes is deliberate awareness and decisive action. Begin with observation. Identify the belief. Name it. Feel its weight. Where does it sit in your mind? How does it affect your behavior? How often do you accept it as truth without question? These questions are your first tools. Awareness precedes transformation. Challenge it. See it for what it is, a story you have been told and told yourself, a story that no longer serves you. Imagine the chains clinging to your mind, each belief a link. Some links are thick, heavy, and rusted with repetition. Some are thin, fragile, but still restrictive. You have accepted them as part of yourself, but they are not. Chains are external to the essence of who you are. You are the forger of freedom. You are the breaker of barriers. You are the architect of new possibility. Challenge it, destroy it, replace it. Ask yourself, which beliefs hold you back right now? I am not ready. I am not capable. I am too small. Notice the tension in your body, the hesitation in your thoughts. These are signs of old chains tightening. Pause, breathe, confront them, speak them aloud. Hear the old voice and see the new voice emerging beside it. The old self says, I can't. The new self counters, I can't. The new self counters, I can't. I will, I'm ready. The conflict is the signal that transformation is happening. Destruction begins with recognition. You cannot dismantle what you do not see. Write down each limiting belief. Place it in front of you. Observe how it has shaped your decisions. Acknowledge its influence without fear. Then act deliberately. Every recognition weakens the power of the chain. Every acknowledgement is a strike against restriction. Awareness is the hammer. Intention is the anvil. Each strike chips away at limitation. Visualization accelerates the process. Close your eyes. Picture the chains as tangible objects. See the links, heavy and constraining. Feel the weight pressing against your mind and spirit. Then imagine the links breaking, snapping one by one. Hear the clatter of freedom. Feel the release. With every broken chain, a new space opens within you. A space for possibility, a space for courage, a space for action aligned with your highest self. Reinforce the new self. For every old belief dismantled, replace it with a deliberate, empowering truth. I am capable. I am enough. I am unstoppable. Repeat these new statements until they reverberate through every corner of your consciousness. Repetition solidifies the architecture of a new identity. Every time you act in alignment with these truths, the chain weakens further. Every time you choose courage over fear, conviction over hesitation, your liberation is cemented. The tension between old self and new self will intensify. Expect it. Resistance arises because the mind defends familiarity. Old patterns resist change. The voice of doubt, hesitation, and fear will rise, insisting you return to comfort. You will feel the pull of what is known. Stand firm. The conflict is proof of growth. The struggle is proof that chains are falling. The fight is internal, and every strike you deliver against limitation strengthens your resolve. Challenge it. Destroy it. Replace it. Consider a story of transformation. A professional, long convinced that leadership was beyond reach, faced a critical moment. Every old belief surfaced. You are too inexperienced. You are not ready. You will fail. They paused, observed, and consciously rewrote the narrative. I am ready. I am capable. I will lead with clarity. The old beliefs weakened. The chains shattered. Confidence replaced hesitation. Action replaced fear. Results followed, not because the outside world changed, but because the internal architecture of belief had been rewritten. Your mind is fertile ground. Limiting beliefs are weeds, thriving if left unchecked. Deliberate action uproots them. Awareness is the tool. Visualization is the method. Affirmation is the reinforcement. Every day you practice, the weeds diminish. Every chain broken creates space for growth. Every empowering belief planted becomes the foundation for action, courage, and leadership. Stop accepting limitation. Start designing possibility. Psychological reinforcement strengthens the new identity. Each time a limiting belief challenges you, notice the emotional and physical reaction. Do not suppress it. Observe it. Witness the tension, then consciously align with the new self. Act as if the chains no longer exist. Speak as if the limitations have already been destroyed. Think as if freedom is already your default state. Repetition of this alignment rewires neural patterns, creating a new automatic response, the empowered, winning self. Commit to daily practice. Each morning, review a limiting belief and replace it with an empowering alternative. Each evening, reflect on how new thoughts influenced your decisions. Track progress. Celebrate small victories. Reinforce patterns of empowerment. Small, consistent actions create unstoppable transformation. Each day you challenge, destroy, and replace. Your identity shifts. You are no longer constrained by the old self. You are becoming the person who wins. Internal dialogue is your arena. Old self speaks, "You cannot do this." New self replies, "I can, I will, I rise." Repeat the exchange consciously. Repeat until the old voice is drowned by the new. Repeat until your actions reflect the belief of your new identity. Repeat until your mind, body, and actions are aligned with freedom and possibility. Chains fall. Strength rises. Belief strengthens. You are empowered. Stories of ordinary people achieving extraordinary transformation illustrate this principle. The student, the leader, the entrepreneur, they all faced internal resistance. Limiting beliefs arose repeatedly. Each time they noticed, challenged, and replaced, a link broke. Each repetition fortified the new self. Momentum compounded. Freedom emerged. Results followed. They became the person they were destined to be, not because the world changed, but because their internal narrative transformed completely. Embrace discomfort as a signal. The old chains resist because freedom is unfamiliar. The new self may feel awkward at first. Action aligned with empowerment may feel unnatural. Persist anyway. Courage is forged in the gap between old limitation and new possibility. Each moment of persistence reinforces the new self. Each challenge faced without yielding strengthens identity. You are not just breaking beliefs, you are constructing the person who acts, leads, and wins. Visualization continues to anchor transformation. See yourself facing challenges with calm, clarity, and confidence. Imagine yourself succeeding despite fear. Picture obstacles dissolving as you navigate them with empowered thought and action. Feel the mental chains fall away as the new identity steps forward fully. Your mind aligns with your goals, your purpose, and your highest self. This is not imagination, it is rehearsal. Repetition embeds truth into action. Affirm your new identity. I am capable. I am powerful. I am becoming the person who wins. Let this mantra resonate deeply. Let it guide your actions. Let it counter every residual chain of limitation. Each repetition, each affirmation, each deliberate choice strengthens the architecture of freedom and empowerment. Every step taken reinforces the new self. The old self will linger. Expect fleeting doubts. Expect moments of hesitation. This is natural. Watch them. Recognize them. Act aligned with the new self. The chains do not reattach unless you invite them. Every intentional action, every empowered thought, every visualization reinforces liberation. Momentum compounds, strength amplifies, confidence grows. You are breaking limiting beliefs, one thought at a time, one action at a time, one day at a time. Feel the weight lift, the tension eases. The mind, once constrained, now expands. Possibilities arise. Action becomes natural. Courage emerges. Leadership asserts itself. The narrative of limitation is replaced with the narrative of empowerment. You are no longer the person who hesitates, doubts, or fears. You are the person who decides, acts, and wins. The chains are gone. The new self rises. Look forward. Each day presents a new opportunity to challenge belief, destroy limitation, and replace restriction with empowerment. Every thought is a choice. Every decision is a step. Every moment is a rehearsal for mastery. With practice, the new self becomes automatic. Confidence, clarity, and capability become default. You are becoming unstoppable. You are becoming the person who wins. Stand tall. Breathe deeply. Feel the strength surging within. Chains are falling. Beliefs are breaking. Action is becoming aligned with intention. You are empowered. You are free. You are the author of your mind, the architect of your reality, and the person who rises above limitation. Challenge it, destroy it, replace it. And as you step forward, the power of your new identity is undeniable. Chapter 7. The voice you listen to filter, protect, amplify your truth. Every thought you entertain, every word you hear, every message you absorb shapes the reality you experience. Some voices elevate you, some diminish you, and some pass unnoticed but insidiously influence your decisions, your confidence, your potential. Until now, many of these voices have controlled you without consent. The world whispers constantly, doubts, opinions, judgments, and distractions. It is time to choose. You decide whose voice shapes your mind. Begin by observing the chatter within. Your internal dialogue is the primary influencer of your life. Notice the patterns. I cannot. I am not ready. I am too tired. These are voices of the old self, untrained, reactive, and conditioned by fear. They have shaped decisions, limited your actions, and confined your potential. Recognize them, name them, understand that they are not your truths. They are inherited, repetitive, and optional. Now observe external voices, colleagues, friends, media, social networks, and society at large. Each carries suggestions, expectations, and judgments. Some are well-meaning, others are indifferent or even toxic. Many infiltrate your mind unconsciously. Every story, every critique, every unsolicited opinion leaves a subtle imprint. Some whispers echo your old fears. Some amplify your insecurities. Awareness is the first act of self-leadership. Filter what enters. Protect your mental space. Amplify only what serves your highest self. Imagine a crowded room filled with noise. Voices overlap, opinions clash, distraction is constant. This is the mind untrained in selective listening. Chaos dominates, decisions are reactive, focus is lost. Now imagine the same room, but you wear the filter of awareness. You hear only what empowers. You discard what diminishes. The irrelevant fades into silence. Clarity emerges. Energy concentrates. Your mental space becomes fertile ground for intentional thought, creativity, and strategic action. The first command is filter. Begin with internal dialogue. Every thought is an input. Every word you say to yourself is data. Which thoughts serve your goals? Which thoughts limit you? Observe without judgment, then choose. Amplify thoughts that build confidence, focus, and clarity. Diminish thoughts that breed doubt, hesitation, or fear. The mind can only act on what it hears. Filter wisely. Protect your mental space from external noise. Boundaries are essential. Interruptions, unsolicited opinions, constant alerts, they drain attention, fragment energy, and weaken willpower. Decide deliberately what you allow into your consciousness. Curate your environment. Remove distractions. Limit exposure to influences that reinforce limitation. Protecting your mind is not selfish. It is strategic. It is the act of leadership over your inner world. Amplify your truth. There is a voice inside, the one aligned with your highest self, your purpose, your potential. It may be quiet, easily drowned by habitual doubt or external chatter. Listen closely, reinforce it, speak to it, repeat its affirmations. I am capable, I am focused, I rise, I lead. Make this voice dominant. Let it become the soundtrack of your actions, the authority in your decisions, the guide in your choices. Consider a story, a person overwhelmed by noise, criticism, and expectation. Every decision felt heavy, every action second-guessed. They began practicing selective listening. Internal dialogue was observed, corrected, and amplified. External noise was filtered, boundaries set, and energy protected. Slowly, clarity emerged. Decisions became easier. Confidence returned. Influence strengthened. Action aligned with intention. The voice they chose became the voice that directed their life. You could do the same. Filter begins with noticing triggers. What voices immediately provoke doubt, anger, or distraction? What opinions make you question your ability? Recognize them, separate the signal from the noise. Not every voice is valid. Not every opinion deserves space in your mind. Treat your mental environment as sacred. Curate it deliberately. The voice you feed grows. The voice you ignore diminishes. Command your mental intake with precision. Protect requires action. Set boundaries with people, media, and routines. Limit exposure to negative influences. Create space for reflection, focus, and clarity. The mind is like a garden. Invasive weeds take over if left unattended, while intentional seeds flourish when cultivated with care. Protecting your inner space ensures that the seeds of empowerment grow unchallenged. Guard your attention. Guard your energy. Every protected moment is an investment in your mental strength. Amplify is your activation. Elevate the thoughts, beliefs, and narratives aligned with your highest self. Internalize them, rehearse them, repeat them aloud. Let the words resonate in your body, mind, and spirit. Each repetition strengthens neural pathways. Each reinforced thought becomes instinctive. Each action reflects the amplified voice. Over time, the voice of doubt fades. The voice of power becomes automatic. You are creating an internal environment where clarity, courage, and focus dominate. Internal conflict will arise. The old self is persistent. Its voice clings, insisting on doubt, hesitation, and fear. The external world will tempt distraction, confusion, and conformity. This tension is evidence of growth. Stand firm. Observe the competing voices. Decide deliberately. Each time the chosen voice asserts authority, your identity strengthens. Each time you act aligned with your amplified truth, freedom expands. The conflict is your teacher. It is the forge of self-leadership. Practice selective listening through daily rituals. Each morning, identify the voices you wish to amplify. Each evening, reflect on the influence of the voices you encountered. What strengthened you? What weakened you? Adjust, curate, reinforce. Over time, this practice creates automatic filtering. Your mental landscape becomes a fortress of clarity. Your attention, a resource of unparalleled focus. Your energy, a tool for purposeful action. Visualization reinforces selective listening. Close your eyes. Picture the noise of the world around you. See voices overlapping, competing for attention. Now imagine a filter, clear and precise, that allows only empowering voices through. Observe the rest fading into silence. Feel the calm, the clarity, the control. Imagine acting and responding with decisions aligned only with the amplified voice of your highest self. Repeat, rehearse dominance over your internal and external influences. Consider the long-term effect. A mind that consistently filters, protects, and amplifies is unstoppable. Decisions are clear. Focus is unwavering. Confidence is instinctive. Emotional energy is optimized. Resistance to distraction strengthens. The habits of empowerment compound. Your identity shifts. You are no longer reactive. You are deliberate. You are aligned. You are leading your inner world and, by extension, your outer life. Affirm daily, I choose, I lead, I rise. Let these words anchor your mind to deliberate action. Let them drown out residual doubt. Let them reinforce your command over the thoughts you allow to shape your decisions. This mantra is not passive. It is the law you impose on your consciousness. It governs your internal dialogue, structures your attention, and directs your focus toward mastery. Stories of transformation illustrate the principle. Individuals overwhelmed by external noise and internal doubt began practicing filtering, protecting, and amplifying. At first, the change was subtle. Moments of clarity arose where once confusion ruled. Small victories reinforced confidence. Boundaries strengthened. Internal dialogue shifted from doubt to empowerment. Eventually, decision-making became intuitive, energy became concentrated, and influence expanded. The voice they chose became the voice that directed their life. Conflict is inevitable. The old self and external noise will test you constantly. Each challenge is an opportunity to reinforce selective listening. Observe the tension, feel the pull, then act deliberately. Let the amplified voice of your empowered self dominate. Each time you do, your mental environment strengthens. Each time you do, your identity aligns closer with your highest potential. The process is cumulative. The results are undeniable. Integration is key. Filtering, protecting, and amplifying must be practiced consistently in every domain of life. Work, relationships, learning, and personal development all require deliberate curation of voices. Every email, conversation, article, and thought becomes either fuel or distraction. You decide which it is. The conscious choice of influence defines your trajectory. Your mental environment is your responsibility. Lead it, command it, shape it. Visualization deepens mastery. Imagine yourself encountering a critical decision, a tense conversation, or a challenging moment. Hear the voices around you, loud and competing. Filter, protect, amplify your truth. Feel the calm clarity emerge. Watch your actions align perfectly with your highest self. Experience the outcomes shaped by deliberate listening. Rehearse this repeatedly. With time, selective listening becomes instinct and empowerment automatic. Daily repetition strengthens neural pathways. The mind obeys what it hears, practices, and reinforces. Habitual attention to empowering voices creates automatic alignment with clarity, focus, and purpose. Resistance fades. Distraction diminishes. Internal dialogue reinforces action. The external environment bends to the mind trained in selective listening. Your identity as a leader of thought solidifies. You are the voice you choose to listen to. Affirm again, I choose, I lead, I rise. Let these words echo in every action, every thought, every decision. Let them guide you through conflict, challenge, and distraction. Let them anchor your mind to deliberate, empowered action. You are not subject to circumstance. You are the arbiter of your mental landscape. Every voice you choose, every boundary you enforce, every thought you amplify, strengthens the self you are becoming. Stand tall, breathe deeply, feel the strength in your mind. You are the filter, you are the protector, you are the amplifier. Noise surrounds you, but clarity dominates. Distraction arises, but focus prevails. Chaos attempts to dictate action, but intentionality governs. You decide whose voice shapes your mind. You choose, you lead, you rise. And as the next day begins, your internal environment is not left to chance. It is curated, it is disciplined, it is yours. Chapter 8. Visualization and Mental Rehearsal. See it, feel it, become it. Your mind is the rehearsal space for reality. Every success begins here, in thought, in imagination, in deliberate mental practice. Champions, leaders, creators, they act first in their minds before the world sees their actions. You have the same capacity. The stage is set. The audience is invisible. Yet every movement, every choice, every decision you imagine shapes the reality you are about to live. Visualization is preparation. Rehearsal is power. You are training your mind to perform before your body ever moves. Close your eyes. Picture the outcome you desire. A project completed flawlessly, a conversation handled with confidence, a challenge navigated with skill. See the environment, hear the sounds, notice the details. The mind does not distinguish between vivid rehearsal and lived experience. It responds to clarity and emotion. Imagine each action as real, each success as inevitable, each step deliberate. The more precise your rehearsal, the more your nervous system, your focus, and your emotions align with the intended outcome. Feel the tension and anticipation as if the moment is real. Feel the pulse of confidence, the surge of courage, the clarity of intention. Let the body respond. Even in mental rehearsal, heart rate, posture, and energy adjust. Each time you mentally practice, you condition not just the mind, but the body, priming it for action. The signals between brain and body strengthen, creating automatic alignment when the real moment arrives. See it, feel it, become it. Imagine an athlete preparing for the big game. Every pass, every movement, every reaction rehearsed thousands of times in mind and body. Success is not accidental, it is deliberate. Mental rehearsal builds precision, instinct, and confidence. Now transpose this to your life. Every meeting, presentation, decision, or challenge can be approached the same way. Every mental rehearsal strengthens preparation. Every visualization builds certainty. Every imagined victory becomes a blueprint for reality. Begin with clarity. Identify the scenario you wish to master. Picture it in full detail. Who is involved? What environment surrounds you? What outcome do you desire? Notice obstacles, anticipate reactions, and rehearse confident, empowered responses. Feel each step as if it has already happened. Let emotion enter. Let anticipation, determination, and courage flow through every mental fiber. This is not daydreaming. This is deliberate practice. This is preparation for mastery. Now, engage in layered visualization. See the sequence unfold. See challenges appear. See yourself responding with skill, focus, and confidence. Imagine the outcomes you wish to achieve. Sense the satisfaction, the clarity, the calm control. Rehearsal is not passive. It is active, strategic, and immersive. Every repetition strengthens the neural pathways that link thought, emotion, and action. Every detail encoded in the mind makes real-world execution more precise, more fluid, more confident. Emotional intensity amplifies learning. Do not visualize as if detached. Feel the stakes, the excitement, the pressure. Let your mind experience the challenge fully. Let anticipation create focus. Let confidence arise in response. The mind, trained in emotional rehearsal, handles real stress effortlessly. Every imagined triumph becomes a rehearsal for resilience. Every mental rehearsal expands your capacity to remain calm, decisive, and effective under pressure. Consider a story, a leader preparing to present to a critical board. Initial fear rises, doubt whispers. They close their eyes and visualize the room, the people, the sequence of words, their gestures and reactions. They rehearse questions, anticipate challenges, feel confidence growing with each imagined response. The presentation arrives and the leader is prepared. Their mental rehearsal translates into real-world clarity, composure, and influence. Visualization has made action instinctive. You can do the same. Repeat the exercise daily. Repetition embeds mastery. Begin with small scenarios, a brief conversation, a decision, a small challenge. Graduate to larger, high-stakes moments. Every rehearsal compounds. Every mental practice session reinforces precision, emotional control, and confidence. The mind internalizes success before it manifests. Neural pathways adapt, responses become instinctive, and anxiety diminishes. You are programming yourself for triumph. Internal dialogue must support visualization. Speak the outcomes into existence. Affirm success, competence, and readiness. I am capable. I act with clarity. I succeed. Combine verbal affirmation with mental rehearsal to solidify your confidence and alignment. Every affirmation strengthens focus. Every rehearsal builds certainty. Together, they create a foundation for action that is unshakable. Visualization is not limited to problem solving. Use it to expand ambition. Imagine yourself leading, influencing, creating impact. Picture the version of yourself who is confident, skilled, and decisive. Immerse fully in this image. Feel the emotions of achievement. Sense the authority, the clarity, the alignment of action and intention. Rehearse it daily until the new self becomes instinctive. See it, feel it, become it. Challenges will appear in visualization. Thoughts of doubt, distraction, or fear may surface. Acknowledge them, then return to rehearsal. Each interruption is an opportunity to strengthen focus. Each redirection builds resilience. The mind grows stronger through repeated discipline of attention. The intentional self learns to maintain clarity under internal pressure. Mental rehearsal is training for the unexpected. It is mastery of the unexpected. It is mastery of the mind before it meets reality. Layer visualization with contingency planning. Anticipate obstacles, rehearse responses, imagine multiple pathways to success. Each scenario strengthens flexibility and adaptability. The mind that rehearses obstacles unshakable in the real moment. You respond, not react. You navigate, not panic. You act with confidence, no matter the challenge. Rehearsal builds intuition grounded in deliberate practice. Embody the rehearsal fully. Posture, tone, focus, intention all, internal and external. When the real moment arrives, the body and mind respond automatically. Mental practice translates into physical competence. Actions align seamlessly with intention. Confidence arises naturally. Anxiety diminishes. The gap between preparation and performance narrows. You perform with fluidity, authority, and presence. Affirmations anchor the process. I visualize. I act. I rise. Let these words resonate in each rehearsal. Let them remind you that practice is preparation, visualization is training, and repetition embeds mastery. Every day you practice, you strengthen your mind-body alignment, your focus, and your capacity to act decisively. You are building the framework of a high-performing self. Storytelling reinforces transformation. A performer once overwhelmed by stage anxiety rehearsed every movement, every line, every gesture in vivid mental detail. With each visualization, fear diminished, clarity increased, and confidence became instinct. When the performance arrived, they moved through it with precision, presence, and authority. Visualization transformed preparation into performance, and preparation into results. If into the same with every scenario you face. Integrate visualization into your daily routine, morning and evening sessions, brief rehearsals between tasks, and intense sessions for high-stakes challenges. Consistency compounds. Mental rehearsal becomes automatic. The mind begins to anticipate success, action, and alignment. Emotion, focus, and intention converge into instinctive performance. You are creating a self that responds, leads, and acts with certainty. Deliberate rehearsal reduces fear. Fear arises from the unknown, from uncertainty. By mentally practicing every step, obstacle, and reaction, the unknown becomes familiar. Confidence arises naturally. Anxiety diminishes. Mental rehearsal equips you to respond calmly, decisively, and effectively in real-world scenarios. You are preparing the mind to master reality before encountering it. Combine visualization with goal setting. Picture the outcome you desire, then rehearse the steps to achieve it. Imagine challenges, solutions, and responses. Feel the energy of success as if already realized. This creates clarity, motivation, and momentum. Visualization transforms abstract goals into actionable reality. Each mental rehearsal bridges intention with achievement. Focus on sensory detail. See the environment, hear the sounds, feel the physicality. Engage all senses. Feel the physicality. Engage all senses. The more vivid, the more real. The mind experiences the rehearsal as life itself. Neural pathways fire in alignment with desired outcomes. Action becomes instinctive. Confidence emerges automatically. Emotion and intellect synchronize. You are training reality into existence. Notice internal resistance. Old patterns of doubt, distraction, or hesitation will surface. Each time return to rehearsal. Each time return to rehearsal. Each time reinforce focus. Each time embody the empowered self. Strength is built in persistence, in the repeated choice to rehearse clarity, confidence, and skill. The mind adapts to consistent practice. Mastery grows. Layer rehearsal with emotion. Feel excitement, courage, and anticipation as you visualize success. Emotion embeds memory. Emotion reinforces action. Emotional intensity transforms rehearsal into deep, instinctive readiness. You are not merely imagining, you are experiencing, learning, and training. Each repetition strengthens both mind and body for performance. The power of visualization compounds. Small daily practices accumulate into effortless alignment. Confidence, focus, and competence become habitual. The mind, trained in rehearsal, directs action precisely. Challenges are anticipated. Decisions are clear. The empowered self becomes automatic. Every scenario encountered is met with preparation, clarity, and intention. You are unstoppable. Affirm again. I visualize, I act, I rise. Let this mantra guide each session, each rehearsal, each decision. Let it anchor your focus. Let it reinforce your identity as someone who prepares deliberately, acts decisively, and rises consistently. Visualization is not optional. It is the training ground of greatness. The mind that rehearses commands reality. Stand now. Close your eyes, see the success you seek, feel the confidence, embody every action, rehearse every step, anticipate every challenge. Emotion flows, clarity sharpens, focus aligns. You are the director of your mind. You are the architect of your reality. You are rehearsing victory before it arrives. You visualize, you act, you rise. And with each deliberate rehearsal, the life you imagine begins to unfold. Chapter 9. Controlling focus and attention. Direct. Focus. Execute. Your attention is the lever that moves your life. Where it goes, energy flows. Where energy flows, results manifest. Until now, your focus has been fragmented, pulled in 1,000 directions by distraction, habit, and habit-driven reaction. Each ping, each interruption, each wandering thought steals power from your potential. The breakthrough is simple, yet profound. Master your attention and you master your life. Where your focus flows, your life grows. Begin by noticing your default patterns. When your mind drifts, where does it go? Social media, worries, idle chatter, fears, doubts. Each diversion consumes energy, fragments thought, and erodes momentum. Observation is your first tool. Without judgment, catalog what pulls you away from deliberate action. Awareness precedes control. Direct your attention intentionally. decide where energy will concentrate. The high achiever knows that focus is not accidental. It is trained, it is defended. They rise before the world stirs, eliminate the unnecessary, and invest in what matters. Distractions still exist, but they are met with disciplined resistance. Each morning, a plan emerges. Tasks are prioritized, interruptions minimized, energy directed. Focus becomes the muscle that drives momentum. Visualize a river. Attention is the current. If it is fragmented, the water scatters, eroding banks and leaving chaos in its path. Concentrated, it powers turbines, carves canyons, builds civilizations. Your mind is this river. The scattered current is wasted energy. The directed current creates life, opportunity, and growth. Guide it deliberately, channel it with precision. Direct, focus, execute. Interruptions will arise. Notifications, calls, unexpected demands, wandering thoughts, they are inevitable. The difference between reactive and intentional is not avoidance, it is response. Pause before yielding, recognize the distraction, decide deliberately whether it deserves your energy. Each moment of refusal strengthens control. Each choice to return to focus compounds power. Momentum grows when you refuse to scatter your attention. Concentration is built through deliberate exercises. Short periods of intense focus followed by mindful breaks train neural pathways. The mind learns endurance. The will strengthens. Tasks once overwhelming become manageable. The flow state emerges naturally when attention is protected and prioritized. Each repeated session reinforces clarity, speed, and precision. Your brain adapts to deliberate focus. Consider the story of a high achiever. They once struggled, scattered by every alert, every opinion, every impulse. Productivity suffered, confidence waned. Then a decision was made, no longer a slave to distraction. Boundaries were set, attention curated, focus trained. Morning rituals, deep work periods, and deliberate practice became standard. Momentum surged, results manifested, the life aligned with intention. You are capable of the same transformation. Future pacing strengthens resolve. Imagine your day perfectly aligned with focus. Every task receives full attention. Energy flows without leakage. Obstacles appear, but your mind navigates with clarity. Productivity multiplies. Decisions become intuitive, precise, and deliberate. Emotional energy remains undiluted. Momentum compounds, and the results of consistent, undistracted effort become undeniable. Where your focus flows, your life grows. Tension is natural. The mind resists sustained concentration. Comfort, distraction, and habit vie for dominance. Notice the pull. Resist with discipline. Each act of redirection strengthens the attention muscle. Each repeated return to focus creates a compound effect. The mind learns that attention is intentional, concentration is deliberate, and distraction no longer dictates action. Direct, focus, execute. Visualization aids mastery. See yourself immersed in a high-stakes project, meeting, or challenge. Every thought directed, every action deliberate. Distractions emerge, internal and external, but you navigate them seamlessly. Feel the satisfaction, clarity, and control. Rehearse this mental state repeatedly. The mind begins to accept focused performance as the default. You train your attention before it is required in reality. Time blocking and structured schedules are tools, not rules. Protect attention by creating windows for deep work, reflection, and creative problem solving. Reduce fragmentation. Batch similar tasks. Eliminate the non-essential. Energy is a finite resource allocated intentionally. Every moment spent without direction is potential lost. Focus transforms effort into tangible results. Direct, focus, execute. Internal dialogue guides attention. Thoughts that pull away must be observed and redirected. The mind will resist. It will whisper doubts, fears, and temptations to drift. Acknowledge them. Return deliberately. Your conscious choices shape automatic response. Neural pathways align with repeated focus. The brain adapts to disciplined attention. Momentum becomes effortless. Your mental energy compounds. Emotional intensity reinforces action. Distraction creates tension, but clarity produces relief. The high achiever thrives in this contrast. Momentary struggle against scattered impulses sharpens resolve. Breakthrough clarity amplifies confidence. Success reinforces habit. Each victory, however small, compounds. Momentum accelerates as focus is maintained. You feel empowered because control over attention is control over outcome. Storytelling illustrates mastery. A professional faced multiple urgent projects and constant interruptions. Initially overwhelmed, they implemented deliberate focus techniques, task prioritization, time blocking, distraction elimination, and mental rehearsal. Resistance arose daily, yet persistence paid off. Tasks completed efficiently, energy preserved, decisions sharp, momentum unbroken, life transformed, focus created results. You are capable of the same disciplined transformation. Repetition strengthens habit. Daily practice of focused attention builds automaticity. The mind anticipates concentrated action. Multitasking diminishes. Sequential precision increases. Energy becomes predictable, productivity measurable, and confidence innate. Each reinforced habit compounds mental endurance. Focus is no longer effortful. It is instinctive. Your actions align with purpose. Momentum is consistent. Protecting attention is critical. Distractions will test boundaries relentlessly. External demands, internal chatter, and habitual diversions challenge your discipline. Set rules, enforce them, and return to intention. Boundaries are not limitations. They are amplifiers of power. Every moment spent in concentrated effort is a brick in the foundation of results, leadership, and self-mastery. Direct, focus, execute. Visualization layers with action. Mentally rehearse focused performance before tasks. Anticipate interruptions. Imagine navigating challenges with unwavering attention. Feel the surge of momentum, experience breakthrough clarity. Repeat consistently. Mental rehearsal primes the brain and body for real-world execution. Confidence grows. Execution becomes seamless. Focus becomes a force that drives outcomes. Affirmations anchor the process. I direct, I focus, I execute. Let these words resonate as commands, as internal law, as truth embedded in repeated action. Each repetition reinforces attention, protects against distraction, and amplifies the mind's capacity to act with purpose. Momentum compounds. Energy consolidates. The empowered self emerges. Internal conflict will continue to surface. The mind will attempt to scatter energy, justify procrastination, or seek comfort. Observe the tension. Recognize it as a signal that focus is being exercised. Do not yield. Every redirected thought, every sustained action, every deliberate moment strengthens attention. Momentum builds. Results accumulate. Clarity becomes habitual. Execution becomes instinct. Time management and focus are intertwined. Scheduling, batching, and prioritizing create a framework for attention. But the real power comes from deliberate mental choice, choosing where energy flows and resisting all else. Without disciplined attention, scheduling is hollow. With control of focus, structure becomes a tool, momentum becomes unstoppable, and results become inevitable. Direct, focus, execute, layer concentration with progressive challenge. Start with small tasks, then escalate to high-stakes decisions. Each success strengthens neural pathways, builds confidence, and compounds momentum. The brain learns that sustained attention leads to mastery. Distraction becomes effortful, clarity becomes automatic, and performance improves exponentially. You're training not just attention, but the ability to thrive under pressure. Emotional tension drives learning. Feel the pull of distraction, the impatience of the mind, the lure of comfort. Then act anyway. Redirect, re-engage. Focus intensifies through resistance. Breakthrough clarity rewards persistence. Momentum becomes visible. Each day strengthens identity. A person who commands attention, directs energy, and executes with precision. The self that achieves, leads, and rises is being formed. Consider the long-term effect. A life in which focus is mastered is a life of compounding results. Decisions become automatic, productivity multiplies, and opportunities are recognized and seized. Emotional energy is preserved, clarity dominates, influence expands, leadership emerges naturally. Where attention flows, results manifest. You are building this life moment by moment, thought by thought, task by task. Visualization, deliberate practice, and affirmation integrate. Mentally rehearse, focus, anticipate distraction, act with precision, and reinforce with statements. I direct, I focus, I execute, repeat daily, embed habits, strengthen neural pathways, align mind, body, and action. Your attention becomes an unstoppable force, driving momentum, clarity, and achievement. Stand now. Observe your environment, your thoughts, your energy. Notice where focus flows naturally and where it leaks. Take command, direct your attention, protect your energy, amplify what matters, execute deliberately. Each choice compounds. Each moment of disciplined focus builds the life you intend. Where your focus flows, your life grows. Your mind is a magnet. Your attention is a lever. Momentum is your reward, and as the next moment arrives, you act unshaken, unstoppable, and aligned. Chapter 10. Embracing Mental Resilience. Stand, persist, thrive. Life will test you. It is relentless. Obstacles emerge, plans falter, people disappoint, circumstances shift without warning. Yet within you exists a power far greater than any external challenge, the capacity to recover, adapt, and rise. This is mental resilience. It is not innate, it is trained, it is forged in the fire of adversity. You are unshakable. Consider the storm. The wind howls, the rain pounds. The trees bend, sway, and strain under pressure. The strongest survive not by resisting completely, but by yielding strategically, flexing with the storm, and returning upright when it passes. You are the tree. The storms of life will bend you, but they will not break you. Every challenge, every setback, every moment of pressure is shaping the structure of your mind, strengthening your roots, expanding your capacity for endurance. Begin with awareness. Notice your reaction when plans fail or challenges arise. Do you panic? Do you withdraw? Do you assign blame? These are the habits of an untrained mind. Observation precedes mastery. Witness the emotional surge, the thoughts that attempt to overwhelm you, the impulses that tempt you to surrender. This is the starting point for resilience. Stand and simply notice. Resilience is a choice. It begins in the split second after a setback. You can linger in doubt, frustration, or fear, or you can act. Persist. You cannot control external events, but you can control your response. Your reaction defines the outcome. Each moment of deliberate response builds strength. Each choice to rise rather than retreat compounds resilience. The internal dialogue is your proving ground. The voice of doubt will whisper, "You cannot recover, you are too weak, it is impossible." Counter it with deliberate truth. "I am unshakable, I adapt, I rise." Repeat it, feel it. Let it saturate your consciousness. This is mental training. Each repetition strengthens the neural pathways of persistence, endurance, and unwavering focus. Visualize adversity. Picture the challenge fully, the setback, the pressure, the confusion. Now imagine yourself navigating it with calm, clarity, and decisiveness. Sense the emotions of frustration, then observe them without judgment. See yourself acting anyway. Observe yourself adjusting strategy, taking deliberate steps, and emerging stronger. Rehearsal conditions your mind to respond rather than react, to master circumstance rather than be mastered. Stories of transformation illustrate the principle. A professional faced repeated failures, each one a potential defeat. Initially, the weight was heavy, discouragement persistent. They paused. They observed their responses, trained deliberate recovery, and rehearsed success mentally before attempting action again. Gradually, setbacks lost their sting. Momentum returned, confidence grew, persistence became instinctive. You can do the same. Mental toughness is layered. Start with small challenges, interruptions, minor disappointments, unexpected demands. Confront them deliberately. Respond with calm, clear action. Strengthen neural pathways that favor recovery, focus, and emotional regulation. As competence grows, escalate to larger obstacles. Every challenge met builds cumulative resilience. Stand, persist, thrive. Discomfort is your teacher. The mind prefers ease. Pressure triggers resistance. Each time you lean into discomfort, you expand capacity. Each moment of intentional action under strain strengthens your identity. You are no longer the person who collapses under difficulty. You are the person who rises, adapts, and excels. Resilience is built in the arena of discomfort, repetition, and deliberate action. Affirmations anchor identity. Speak aloud. I am unshakable. I persist. I thrive. Repeat them when challenged, when frustrated, when tempted to retreat. The words are more than statements. They are commands that rewire your mind. Over time, your internal narrative shifts from fragile to resilient. You act according to this new identity. Your perception of obstacles transforms from threat to opportunity. Reinforce with reflection. After a challenge, pause. Review your responses. Notice moments of calm, deliberate thought and action. Identify areas for improvement without judgment. Celebrate recovery, however small. Each reflection strengthens the mental framework that allows you to navigate future storms with confidence. You are building a mind that bends but does not break. Consider layering visualization with physical embodiment. Stand tall. Breathe deeply. Feel strength radiating through your body. When setbacks arise, imagine your body aligned with resilience, your mind alert but composed, your heart steady. Integrate physical cues with mental rehearsal to reinforce calm, decisive, and effective responses under pressure. The mind and body adapt together. The tension between past patterns and new identity is evidence of growth. Your old self resists. It prefers reactivity, withdrawal, and avoidance. Notice the struggle, embrace it. Each choice to act from resilience, to persist despite discomfort, strengthens the new self. The more the old self resists, the more powerful the new self becomes. You are evolving. You are becoming unshakable. Stories of ordinary people achieving extraordinary resilience emphasize the method. An entrepreneur faced a cascade of failures threatening their career. Each setback invited fear and doubt. They trained recovery deliberately, observing emotion, visualizing solutions, and responding strategically. Over time, momentum returned. Confidence solidified. Success emerged from persistence, focus, and mental rehearsal. The storms shaped the strongest version of themselves. You can apply the same principles. Practice daily rituals that strengthen resilience. Begin each day with intention, visualizing challenges and responses. Pause throughout the day to observe emotional reactions. Conclude each day by reflecting on successes, adjustments, and moments of controlled response. Consistent practice compounds mental toughness. Small victories build larger endurance. Each moment of persistence reinforces the identity of someone who thrives despite adversity. Anticipate resistance. Life will test you repeatedly. The mind will recall old patterns, inviting retreat. Your environment may provoke doubt, delay, or distraction. Notice these triggers. Respond deliberately. Strength grows in the moments when persistence is hardest. Stand, persist, thrive. This is how mental resilience becomes automatic, instinctive, undeniable. Visualization remains a powerful tool. Mentally rehearse navigating pressure, conflict, or challenge. Feel the emotional intensity. Rehearse calm, clarity, and effective action. Experience recovery and victory in the mind before it manifests in the world. Repetition embeds pathways that convert thought into immediate, deliberate action. Neural and emotional systems align with resilience. You are training not just for recovery, but for excellence under pressure. The emotional arc reinforces growth. Tension arises with challenge. Anxiety, fear, and doubt surface. Then clarity and deliberate action emerge. Momentum strengthens. Relief, satisfaction, and confidence follow. Emotional highs and lows are signals for training. Each cycle builds strength. Each recovery reinforces identity. You are shaping your mind to respond to storms with authority. Affirm daily, I am unshakable, I persist, I thrive. Let these words guide every action, every thought, every response. Each repetition embeds resilience deeply. Challenges become opportunities. Obstacles transform into training grounds. Setbacks no longer derail. You rise each time, stronger, wiser, more capable. Identity shifts. Fragility is replaced with unwavering strength. Integration is key. Mental resilience applies across every domain: work, relationships, learning, health, and leadership. Each experience, whether success or challenge, contributes to growth when observed, reflected upon, and rehearsed. The mind trained in resilience acts decisively, adapts fluidly, and recovers quickly. Momentum becomes inevitable. Confidence becomes instinctive. You are unshakable. Physical embodiment reinforces resilience. Stand tall, breathe deeply, move deliberately. Engage in activities that challenge endurance, patience, and persistence. Notice emotional responses. Pair physical action with mental focus. The mind and body together reinforce strength, adaptability, and calm under pressure. Each repetition compounds power. You are not fragile, you are resilient. Storytelling anchors principles. A leader navigating a turbulent project faced repeated crises. Initially overwhelmed, they applied deliberate observation, mental rehearsal, and controlled response. Over weeks, stress diminished. Clarity emerged, momentum built, confidence became habitual. The leader was no longer reactive. They were resilient, adaptable, and decisive. Storms shaped strength. Challenges became practice grounds. You can adopt this approach immediately. Daily practice compounds mastery. Each moment of focus, each deliberate response, each reflection strengthens identity. The mind learns to expect pressure, respond with clarity, and recover naturally. The brain rewires toward resilience. Emotion stabilizes. Energy consolidates. You no longer merely endure, you thrive. Stand, persist, thrive. This is the identity you build. Affirm again, I am unshakable, I persist, I thrive. Let these words resonate when faced with adversity. Let them guide your action under stress. Let them anchor identity in persistence, clarity, and resilience. Each repetition strengthens the pathways of unwavering response, turning challenges into stepping stones, pressure into preparation, and storms into shaping forces. Integration into life is immediate. Apply observation, deliberate response, rehearsal, reflection, and affirmation in every domain. Setbacks arise. React deliberately. Momentum returns. Confidence strengthens. Each repetition compounds identity. You are becoming unshakable. You are thriving. You are the tree that bends with the storm yet rises stronger each time. Stand now. Feel the strength in your mind and body. Anticipate challenge. Observe the stirrings of doubt. Act deliberately. Each choice reinforces resilience. Each moment of recovery strengthens identity. You are unshakable. You persist. You thrive. And as life continues to test you, the storms shape you, the roots deepen, and the self you are becoming rises stronger, clearer, and unstoppable. Chapter 11. The leader within you. Lead yourself, then lead others. Leadership is not a title, it is not an office, it is not recognition from the outside world. Leadership begins within. Every thought, every decision, every action reflects the authority you hold over yourself. Your mind is the command center. Your habits are the infrastructure. Your discipline, focus, and clarity are the tools. The life you create, the influence you exert, the results you achieve, they all begin here. Your thoughts now command your reality. Start with observation. Notice your default patterns, reactions, and decisions. How often are you guided by distraction, habit, or reactive impulses? This is the leadership deficit: untrained attention, unchecked emotion, and inconsistent action. Unkept emotion and inconsistent action. Awareness is your first command. Stand, observe, and acknowledge the moments when you operate below your potential. This is not judgment. It is intelligence. It is the foundation upon which leadership is built. The next step is mastery of self. Lead yourself by deciding deliberately. Set priorities, enforce boundaries, and align every action with intention. Every choice, no matter how small, shapes the trajectory of your influence. Leadership begins with the person in the mirror. You cannot command respect from others if you have not earned it internally. You cannot inspire action if your own actions are inconsistent. Lead yourself, and all else follows. Visualization strengthens internal authority. Close your eyes. Picture yourself navigating challenges with composure, clarity, and decisiveness. See yourself making difficult choices with confidence. Feel the satisfaction of alignment between thought, action, and outcome. Mental rehearsal trains instincts. It prepares you for decisive action when circumstances demand it. Imagine leading with quiet authority, calm presence, and unwavering focus. This is the foundation of influence. Influence is earned, not imposed. Leadership is demonstrated, not announced. When you consistently act from clarity, purpose, and integrity, others naturally respond. They mirror your discipline, follow your example, and align with your energy. Power is not forced, it is reflected. Your inner transformation becomes the catalyst for outer impact. You lead not through authority alone, but through the consistency and credibility of your actions. Storytelling illustrates the principle. A professional, once reactive and uncertain, began practicing self-leadership. They observed their patterns, made deliberate choices, rehearsed outcomes mentally, and acted consistently. Colleagues noticed. Teams responded. Influence grew without coercion. Their internal mastery became the foundation for external authority. The quiet transformation within the mind dictated results in the world. You can enact the same process. Commands anchor habit, decide, act, align. Every action reinforces internal leadership. Small choices compound. Each deliberate act strengthens authority over self. Momentum emerges. Decisions become instinctive. Confidence grows. Others respond not because you demand, but because you embody clarity, integrity, and focus. Leadership is magnetic. Leadership is habitual. Leadership is deliberate action, paired with internal mastery. The internal dialogue is the engine of leadership. Thoughts command reality. Observe the voice in your mind. When doubt, hesitation, or distraction arises, correct deliberately. Replace uncertainty with clarity. Replace uncertainty with clarity. Replace hesitation with decisive thought. Replace reaction with response. Each alignment between thought and action reinforces your internal authority. You become a leader of self first, a leader of others second. Emotional control is critical. Leaders are not immune to pressure, challenge, or criticism. They respond deliberately. Emotional regulation ensures clarity under stress. The mind trained in resilience navigates tension calmly, preserving influence. Observe emotional triggers. Pause. Respond. Each act of emotional mastery reinforces leadership capacity. Strength arises not from avoiding storms, but from directing oneself within them. Visualization and rehearsal integrate with action. Mentally practice meetings, conversations, and high-stakes decisions. Observe potential pitfalls, anticipate challenges, and rehearse confident, deliberate responses. Emotion, posture, and focus align with intention. When the real moment arrives, action flows instinctively. Your internal rehearsal becomes visible, leadership. Others perceive clarity, authority, and influence as natural. Momentum is cultivated through consistency. Daily choices, repeated action, and deliberate tension compound. Internal leadership becomes automatic. Habits align with purpose. Energy flows without resistance. Decisions are decisive. Communication is clear. Influence expands naturally. Each day reinforces your identity as someone who commands thought, action, and results. Future pacing strengthens internalization. Imagine leading a project, a team, or a movement. Obstacles arise, emotions fluctuate, decisions are difficult, yet your internal leadership is unwavering. You act from clarity, you influence by example, you create momentum. The world aligns with your internal authority. This visualization conditions mind and body to execute with consistent leadership. Affirmations anchor identity. I rise, I lead, I decide who I become. Repeat when faced with challenge, uncertainty, or distraction. Let the words saturate consciousness, commanding alignment between thought, emotion, and action. Identity solidifies. Leadership becomes instinctive. Decisions are guided by clarity, not circumstance. Influence is a byproduct of internal mastery. Consider stories of quiet, inner transformation. A professional, initially unnoticed, began leading self with deliberate daily practices, observation, focus, rehearsal, and consistent action. Internal alignment produced visible impact. Colleagues naturally followed their example. Influence grew without force. Leadership became both a reflection of inner mastery and a tool for shaping outcomes. Your transformation can follow the same path. Resistance is inevitable. The mind, conditioned by old habits, will attempt distraction, hesitation, and reaction. Observation, deliberate action, and rehearsal counteract this. Each choice to act with clarity strengthens pathways of leadership. Each decision reinforces internal authority. Each deliberate response builds momentum. Over time, resistance diminishes and habitual leadership emerges. Integration of attention, resilience, and influence is key. Your focus directs energy. Your resilience enables recovery under pressure. Your internal authority guides decision-making. Combined, these qualities cultivate a leader whose actions, decisions, and presence consistently shape outcomes. You are becoming not only capable but inevitable in your influence. Visualization continues to reinforce growth. Picture high-stakes scenarios where clarity, composure, and action determine outcomes. Observe yourself responding with internal authority. Feel energy, focus, and decisiveness radiate. Notice reactions of others. Visualize impact. Rehearse until instinct dominates. Mental rehearsal ensures external leadership reflects inner mastery. Daily practice compounds results. Observe thought. Act deliberately. Rehearse outcomes. Reflect on actions. Affirm identity. Momentum grows. Focus sharpens. Confidence solidifies. Influence expands naturally. Leadership becomes habitual. Decisions flow with clarity. Action aligns with intention. The life you create mirrors the mind you command. The subtle power of example cannot be overstated. Leading by demonstration creates trust, influence, and alignment. Others mirror consistency, composure, and intentionality. Leadership emerges quietly yet irresistibly. Your inner authority becomes the standard. Others follow, the magnet for collaboration and the blueprint for action. Emotional intelligence amplifies leadership. Awareness of your reactions, empathy for others, and calm clarity under pressure strengthen impact. Combined with focus, discipline, and rehearsal, you influence environments, conversations, and outcomes with precision. Internal mastery translates into external effect seamlessly. You rise naturally to lead. Affirm again, I rise, I lead, I decide who I become. Internalize it. Speak it. Live it. Let identity govern action. Each repetition solidifies pathways of influence, decision-making, and composure. Each deliberate act compounds authority. Leadership is not borrowed. It is cultivated within. You are ready to act from clarity. You are ready to influence from presence. Stand now. Observe your mind, your body, your energy. Command thought. Align action. Direct focus. Maintain composure. Let momentum build. Lead first within, then outward. The world responds to internal authority. You rise, and with each choice, each deliberate act, each reinforced habit, your leadership becomes undeniable. The leader within you is fully alive, fully present, fully commanding. Your thoughts now command your reality. Chapter 12. Your new life begins. Now act now. Claim your life. Own your mind. Every lesson you have learned, every practice you have honed, every moment you have disciplined yourself is about to converge. This is the threshold. You stand here on the edge of transformation. Behind you lies the struggle, the distraction, the old self. Ahead lies clarity, mastery, and the life you have been building in thought, focus, and action. This is your moment. Step into it fully. Remember the power of your mind. Thoughts are not passive. They shape reality. You have practiced attention, rehearsal, and mental discipline. You have observed, redirected, and mastered internal dialogue. Every thought you command now builds the life you inhabit tomorrow. Your mind is no longer a wild river. It flows deliberately, purposefully, and powerfully. You are the master of your mental currents. Focus, decide, execute. Recall the strength of awareness. You noticed patterns, recognized distractions, and chose intentional action over reaction. You observed triggers without judgment and created space for deliberate choice. Awareness became the foundation for every decision, every habit, and every breakthrough. Where once you drifted, now you steer. You direct energy with precision. You navigate life with clarity. Stand in that power. Discipline shaped your days. Small actions compounded into unshakable routines. Habits, once weak, became reliable engines of progress. You resisted impulses. You delayed gratification. You reinforced the pathways of focus and action. Discipline is your ally. Every choice now flows from that strength. Momentum accelerates. You rise because you have trained your mind to do so. Commit, repeat, strengthen. Resilience forged you. Setbacks, failures, and challenges were not stops. They were lessons, shaping you into someone unshakable. You embraced discomfort, observed emotion, and responded with deliberate action. Storms bent you, but they did not break you. Every trial strengthened roots, expanded endurance, and fortified your identity. You are now resilient. You adapt. You thrive. Stand, persist, thrive. Leadership emerged from within. You learn to command yourself first, to guide thought, emotion, and action deliberately. Influence flows outward naturally when internal authority is absolute. You act with integrity, clarity, and composure. Others respond not to your words alone, but to the presence you embody. Your thoughts now command reality. Lead yourself, lead others, rise in your full power. Visualization and mental rehearsal prepared you for this moment. You have imagined challenges, rehearsed responses, and embodied success. The mind that once hesitated now executes instinctively. Every rehearsal compounded confidence, precision, and alignment. You are ready. You feel clarity, focus, and momentum surge through every fiber of your being. See it, feel it, become it. Energy converges now. Distractions fade, doubts dissolve. Internal conflicts are resolved. Old habits lose grip. You are aligned. You are intentional. You are present. Action flows with fluidity, confidence, and purpose. Momentum is unstoppable. Every skill, every lesson, every transformation peak you reached prepares you for this life. Act now. Claim your life. Own your mind. Imagine stepping into a new reality. The hero stands at the threshold, the past behind, the future ahead. Every choice, every thought, every practice brought them here. Now, vision meets action, courage meets clarity, momentum meets opportunity. You are that hero. You rise, you decide, you act, you command your life with intention. This is who you are now. Internal affirmations solidify identity. I am ready. I rise. I decide who I become. Speak them, feel them, let them echo in every thought. Repeat them in moments of hesitation. Anchor them in action. Each repetition strengthens the pathways that make focus automatic, confidence instinctive, and leadership inevitable. Identity is no longer aspiration, it is reality. Peaks of transformation emerge. Pulse quickens. Breath deepens. Clarity sharpens. Every lesson crystallizes into certainty. You are capable. You are decisive. You are powerful. You do not wait. You do not hesitate. Action is immediate. Energy is high. Momentum is yours. Stand fully. Act decisively. Own your presence. Influence every moment. Obst decisively. Act decisively. Own your presence. Influence every moment. Obstacles are no longer barriers. They are signals for mastery. Challenges invite strength. Difficulties demand creativity. Every problem becomes an opportunity to demonstrate power, discipline, and resilience. You meet life actively, not passively. You engage deliberately. You shape outcomes. You rise because you are prepared. You rise because you have chosen this identity. You rise because nothing else defines you. Storytelling cements transformation. The hero of every narrative has faced trials, mastered fear, disciplined action, and aligned focus. Victory is not luck, it is practice, perseverance, and choice. You are that hero in your own life. Every habit, rehearsal, and deliberate choice created the conditions for triumph. Momentum is your birthright. Presence is your power. You are unstoppable. Energy rises again. Focus sharpens. Momentum builds. Thoughts are precise. Actions are aligned. Confidence surges. Fear diminishes. Internal authority governs. Momentum becomes irresistible. Decisions are intuitive. Execution is flawless. Influence expands naturally. Every step forward compounds achievement. Every action manifests your transformation. Act now. Claim your life. Own your mind. The crescendo intensifies. Short lines, rapid commands, and focused intention amplify impact. Stand, focus, decide, rise, lead, execute, own, thrive, create, dominate, choose, act, commit, become, now. Each word embeds confidence, clarity, and unstoppable momentum. The rhythm drives energy. The mind and body synchronize. You are fully present, fully alive, fully in command. Integration completes the journey. Mental mastery, focus, discipline, resilience, and leadership converge. Every peak, every rehearsal, every lesson leads here. Momentum is continuous. You are decisive. You are skilled. You are prepared. You are aligned. Life responds to your attention, energy, and action. You are ready to engage fully. You are ready to create. You are ready to create. You are ready to rise. Affirm and internalize. I am ready. I rise. I decide who I become. Let it echo in thought, breath, and action. Anchor identity in presence, momentum, and deliberate choice. This is the self you cultivated. This is the life you have prepared to live. The hero steps fully into reality. Momentum propels them forward. Transformation is complete yet continuous. You are unstoppable. Stand now. Feel your power. Notice the clarity of mind, the alignment of energy, the discipline of action. Anticipate opportunity. Embrace responsibility. Move decisively. Move decisively. Command thought. Command action. Command life. The world awaits your greatness. Your new life begins now. Every choice, every breath, every action contributes to the reality you intend. You rise, you decide, you create, you are fully alive, you are unstoppable, you are the hero of your own life, from reactive to intentional, from wandering thoughts to directed power. This is the transformation you have cultivated. You began with scattered attention, uncontrolled emotions, and habits that dictated your life. Step by step, lesson by lesson, you reclaimed authority of your mind. Awareness sharpened, discipline strengthened, focus became deliberate. Resilience emerged. Leadership arose from the quiet mastery within. Every challenge faced, every practice repeated, every visualization and affirmation performed has built a foundation of unstoppable momentum. You have mastered yourself. You are unstoppable. The storms that once threatened to overwhelm you now shape your strength. Distractions no longer scatter your energy. Doubts no longer dictate your actions. The old self, the reactive, uncertain, hesitant self, has given way to someone decisive, capable, and aligned. Your thoughts now serve you. Your actions reflect clarity. Your presence radiates authority. Momentum is no longer occasional, it is consistent. You act from intention, you create from focus, you lead from example. The future belongs to you. You will continue to rise. You will continue to lead. Your mind serves you. Your life transforms with each deliberate choice. Obstacles remain, but they are opportunities for mastery, practice, and growth. Every challenge reinforces identity, every triumph compounds confidence, every action propels you forward. Every day choose greatness, command your thoughts, build your life, stand tall, act decisively, persist without hesitation. Your momentum is your power, your clarity is your compass, and your discipline is your foundation. Affirm it daily. I am ready. I rise. I decide who I become. Let these words anchor your identity, guide your actions, and propel you toward the life you were destined to create. Your journey has begun, and it will never end.